Hello, beautiful Capricorns. It's Victoria here. I wanted to do a video on the next 2 weeks for you. We have Mercury retrograde in Pisces that we are currently experiencing, and then we also have the beginning of Pisces season. So I just want to see the general energy surrounding you at this time. This is a message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You already know the drill. You take what resonates, you ignore the rest. I actually have a sale right now for personal readings. If you're looking for a Pisces forecast, things that you can expect this Pisces season, I have a sale 50% off right now. So do make sure to message me on Twitter at VXPRADA or email me and we can book a personal session for you. I left all the information in the inbox, in the description box below. I actually already filmed your reading, and in true Mercury retrograde fashion, it did not save. I'm having issues on my end, but I think I fixed it. Anyway, I have all your cards laid out here, and let's get into it. So for starters, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. We had the Sun card and the Five of Wands. So what I could gather from this is that Capricorn, you are going through a period of reclusion after things were being really chaotic. You may have been in a competitive work environment. There may have been a lot of drama or just a lot of misunderstanding surrounding you, and it kind of tired you out. I'm seeing that there was a lot of energy that you were you were just, your energy was all over the place, and now you kind of are at a standstill and you're kind of left picking up the pieces, but also at the same time trying to honor your inner child. Some of you may have Leo placements, like significant Leo placements, like you could be Leo rising, for example. But I'm seeing that you are kind of taking the time to turn within, which is perfect because this is what you are meant to do during Mercury retrograde. And you were kind of trying to just recover from the craziness, the chaos that was happening earlier this month. So that is very positive. I have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here, along with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And so this is that Earth energy that you embody, Capricorn. And I'm seeing that maybe your finances weren't as up to par as you expected them to be, as you wished for them to be. Maybe you did not get the promotion that you wanted. Maybe there was you could work also in sales or like in a competitive work environment, and you may have felt as though your performance wasn't good enough, or maybe you felt as though your performance was being overlooked. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I also have the Six of Pentacles here in reverse, and then I also have the Hierophant card, which really furthermore shows me that there may have been a case of favoritism, maybe at work. Something just wasn't resonating with your spirit that much and kind of led you to take a step back and kind of reassess what it is that truly brings you fulfillment. I have the Two of Wands here along with the Lovers card in reverse, and so for some of you, you may have been dealing with a heartbreak or at least a love prospect that did not end up being what you thought it was. Initially, sparks were flying, there was a lot of chemistry between you, but then as time went on, you kind of realized that this person or even this work dynamic was not really compatible with where you want to be. Maybe this person was not stable at all, or maybe you weren't ready for a stable relationship, but there is something getting in the way of stability here, and there's something getting in the way of actual overall fulfillment. And that's what's so beautiful about the Sun card here, because this is that childlike, playful, lighthearted energy that is really going to help heal you during this time. You could be surrounding yourself with children during this time, or you could be, like I said, getting closer to your inner child and nurturing that part of you that may have been neglected, maybe while you were chasing an unfulfilling relationship, or chasing or just becoming like a workaholic, basically. I'm seeing that you are going to be taking a step back this Mercury retrograde and reassessing what really is that you must prioritize. I've seen the Tower card in reverse here, which speaks about, again, more chaos, changes, like significant changes happening right beneath you. Your foundations, everything that you thought you knew, did end up changing. And you kind of are left here with the debris of everything, and just realizing that you don't always have control over everything. I know you are ruled by Saturn, and so you do like things being a certain way. You are quite particular, but life doesn't always work out that way, and that's why it's really important to have this youthful, childish energy at times. It's just going to, sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying, and the best thing for you to do while everything is falling apart is to just let yourself go and just allow yourself to have faith and allow yourself to stay optimistic and stay positive and keep your head above water. This is that energy that is going to help keep you going, keep you persevering. I've seen here also in regards to overall spiritual energy, we have the Patience card here. So again, you are forced to take a step back at this time, and not only because Mercury retrograde is a time of delays, it's a time of miscommunication, it's a time of, people not really getting along at times, because like incidents and like miscommunication is prone to happen. I do see that you'll be just taking time to yourself and working on really channeling that inner wisdom, which I know you all have. Your second card here of Solitude really further confirms this. You are really taking time to yourself and getting back into those hobbies you may have been neglecting, getting back to living a happy, fulfilling life. Like, that's the life that you deserve. And yes, you may be worn out, but that's only because you were taking on way too much at a time. You didn't really take a moment to make sure that you were okay, Capricorn. I think it's really easy for you to be so focused on your aspirations and so focused on like, oh, what do you have to get accomplished today? What do you have to get accomplished tomorrow? That you fail to stop and check in on yourself and your inner child and how you are really doing. If you are feeling really happy, if you need comfort, if you need a mental health day, things of the sort. It's important for you, because you are so focused on productivity and so focused on chasing your goals. It's also important for you to take care of yourself first as well, and not just bury yourself in work so that you don't think about what is going on in your personal life that you may need to address. And that also explains your third card here, which is the chakra card. The throat chakra card. Sorry. When you think of the throat, you think of communication, you think of voicing your opinions, and you think of not holding back. Sometimes if you feel like you have a lump in your throat, or maybe your throat is sore, for example, it could be a sign that you are not utilizing your throat chakra enough, not expressing yourself the way that you need to be expressed. This Sun card, this lighthearted, childish energy, is really here to remind you of yourself as a child, and think about your upbringing during this time, and think about how you would treat yourself, your child self. How would you speak to the younger version of yourself? And it's perfect that you are doing this type of introspection during Mercury retrograde, because that's what the retrograde is all about, right? As a Capricorn, you have a lot of pressure that others have put onto you, and that you have put onto yourself. And it's not always an enjoyable type of pressure. Like, yes, of course you thrive off of pressure, but it's not realistic for you to always carry the burdens of everything on your shoulders. And that's why this childlike energy is very important for you to remember, and very important for you not to neglect. That is why you are feeling low on physical energy at this time. You ask to slow down and to reassess and to reevaluate. And I think that that's fine. I also got the fertility card here, which also reminded me that the Sun card is also affiliated with children, babies, pregnancies, bringing new life into the world. You could be literally pregnant or about to be a parent, or you could be birthing new ideas. You could be birthing a new philosophy of life that you are ready to embrace. So there's definitely signs here that some of you could be pregnant or could be expecting, especially if you've been feeling kind of hormonal as of late and low on energy. You could take a pregnancy test if that resonates. Yeah, this is not a medical channel, so I'm not gonna, tell you what to do, but I am seeing that for some of you, I was just guided to say that you may want to get a test or just confirmation. Okay, moving on to the angel love messages, you guys. Okay. All right. So, for those of you that are in relationships, for the Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus that are in relationships, your first card is Express Your Love. And so this has to do with the throat chakra card as well. Making sure that the person that you are involved with is aware of your needs. As a Capricorn, again, people may assume that you got it all figured out. You may even assume that you don't need much because you have it all handled. You have it all figured out, right? Because that's Saturn. But realistically speaking, you're all humans and we all have needs and we all have expectations. And it's important that you communicate such things to your partner just so that you are on the same page, especially at a time of misunderstanding. I'm seeing some of you guys already experience the miscommunication and the arguing and all of that during the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. So I've seen that now. If that's the case, if you already dealt with like all that type of nonsense, I'm seeing that now you are reaching calmer waters and there is less fighting surrounding you. But it doesn't mean that it's time for you to stop communicating certain things to your partner. The card reads, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So it's nice of you to, send a cute text to your partner throughout the day, like, hey, thinking of you, or, maybe like if you live together, you could do something cute in the house, like when they come home from work. Little acts of kindness like that is really going to help secure your relationship and just feel even more like you guys are a couple and you guys are in love and you guys are happy and things like that. Your second card for the Capricorns in relationships was the codependency card. This card here speaks about addiction. And so either you or your partner or even both of you could be, your love life could be affected by addiction. Now, when we think of addictions, what do we think about? We think about any type of substance or any type of, I don't know, like dynamic or thing that is actually numbing your heart. So if there are certain things that you aren't ready to address, if there's things that you are suppressing, there are things that you are not speaking up about, then you may be turning towards any type of codependency, any type of addiction that will help you numb the pain, keep you distracted. The thing with this is that you are numbing your heart and you are actually making it more difficult for you to experience love and express love, right? Because your heart is being numb. You are using substances or using any type of other dynamic to make you forget your reality, right? And that suppression has to arise eventually. It is meant there to be addressed. It is meant there for you to be healed from. As a child, you may have not had the chance to be emotionally vulnerable. You may not have had the opportunity to really to take a moment to stop and address what it is that is harboring within you, because it was always just like a faster pace, or it was always like you got to get your grades up, you got to work on your homework, you got to do this, you got to do your chores. You didn't really have the chance to nurture that part of you that was sensitive and that needed tending to. That's where the codependency comes into play. And during Mercury retrograde, it's very easy for us to fall back into a dark hole, because everything that we've been trying to suppress is now resurfacing, and it's difficult to acknowledge, especially if you have been used to suppressing it via using substances. So the card reads, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So this could be you, it could be your partner, it could even be your parents or your parents, your family. There's codependency that is affecting your love life at this time, and you are encouraged to seek counseling if that's something that resonates with you, or just overall speak up and use the throat chakra, and yes, express your love, express your needs, express yourself, Capricorn. You are human after all, and you have feelings and you have needs, and that's completely okay. And you should never feel shameful for needing to seek therapy, for example. You should never feel shameful for asking your partner to treat you a certain way or do a certain thing. They either are going to do it or they're not, and then you can move from there, okay? Now, for the Capricorns that are single, I got the forgiving and learning. So again, things are resurfacing during the Mercury retrograde. Things from the past are resurfacing. Definitely like some trigger warnings here. I mean, not trigger warnings, but some triggers are resurfacing. Things that you may have tried to suppress, they're coming back. This card says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So it's all about parting ways with the unhappiness of the past and having a more playful, childlike approach to future relationships. And then you got new love. Speaking of future love, future relationships. So some of you could be meeting a special someone during this time, or making a special connection during the next 2 weeks. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This could be a Leo, because I'm seeing Leo. I'm seeing a lot of fire sign energy. So Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. I'm seeing all of that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, Capricorns. Sorry the video was a little fast. I did the best I could. I really just felt guided to give you guys messages today, and I wish you all the best. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy, and I would love to know if these messages resonate. I love you guys. Have a safe next 2 weeks.